Okay, how do you feel about Alondra de la Parra's invitation to participate for second time in PAAX Festival?
I'm just really excited. I can't wait to get on the plane. Yeah, I mean, I feel really honored to come back to the festival for the second year. Even more so that Alondra de la Parra has invited me to play Elgar's cello concerto with my amazing colleagues from the Impossible Orchestra. I'm really excited.
Yeah, this is a great news. Music is a language that connects us with the world. I'd like to know your opinion on the Impossible Orchestra that will be formed for this festival.
So the Impossible Orchestra, I think it owns its name very well, because I don't know anywhere else in the world where anyone could do something like this. When I got there last year, my brother-in-law Thomas Inco, he said to me, "Oh, you'll see, it's crazy. It's crazy. You'll see the energy, there's something." And I was thinking, yeah, okay, well, whatever, we'll see. And I got there and I was like, this is crazy, you know? I mean, all these people, what I find to be the most extraordinary thing is that they're from all corners of the world, and everyone is there with one common desire, which is to make music and to give as much energy as possible, and to everyone pulls everyone else up.
Yeah,
You know,
Lydia, you've shared the stage with Tomasenko. He's
yes.
a great friend of the PAX Festival. Which other artist from this festival have you worked with?
Before coming to the festival,
Yeah.
well, there's Thomas's brother, who's my husband, David. And I'm thinking, who else is there? I didn't really know so many people before I left. I mean, I last year I knew Alondra, of course, and I didn't really know anyone else there. I knew, of course, of these people and where they're working in the world, and these musicians that I admire and respect, from a distance. But it was just so wonderful to get to know all these people, and the most wonderful thing about everyone is that no one has an ego, which is really amazing. And I think everyone goes there and just gives everything they can, and we all share all the jobs out, and everyone does a bit of this and a bit of that, and we're all supporting each other, and no one's letting their ego get in the way, and that's very rare, actually. I think when one gets to a certain level, maybe the ego just disappears or something, I don't know. But I think it's also, for me, it's about how Alondra has chosen these people and the types of personality that fit together. I mean, it's almost criminal to call it a job when you think about how much fun we're having as well, which is great.
Yeah.
I think that really comes out in the performance, because everyone's happy to be there and everyone's happy to be making music and learning from each other and supporting each other, and it's very rare, actually.
And how did your friendship with Alondra de la Parras come about?
So, I mean, it's kind of basic, but Thomas is my brother-in-law. So this is how I met her. And I met her at a time which was a very interesting moment in my life, which was the summer of 2023. The first time that Thomas came to the festival. And so when I met her through Thomas, I had just left my string quartet, or I was just leaving. And I think Alondra is one of the most generous, kind people I know. She's got this crazy entrepreneurial creation side of her. She throws herself at all these projects, and I don't know how she has enough hours in the day. But she said to me, "Oh, so you're leaving your string quartet?" And this was a huge decision for me. And I had no idea what I was going into. I'd been playing in 2 different string quartets for 10 years each. And I just felt that I wanted to explore something else. And I wanted to go back. I wanted to challenge myself to play more solo work, play different kinds of chamber music, play some orchestral work again. And Alondra just said to me, "Well, come to Mexico," and what was incredible about that is that my diary was empty when I left quartet, because I decided I just wanted to throw myself into the unknown. Sometimes we have to do that, as musicians and artists. I felt like I just needed to, okay, let's see what happens. And she was there, and I'm forever grateful to her for that, because I mean, already last year the experience was so much fun, and then this year she said, come back and play Elgar concerto with the orchestra. And, you know, she's really supported me since I left quartet, and I'm, you know, I love her dearly for that.
And just the obligatory question, Lydia, what do you think about Xcaret? This is a paradise.
Oh, can't wait to go back. Can't wait to go back. No, I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing place, and what's incredible is being in such a, like you say, a paradise for, you know, nearly 3 weeks. Being in the same place as a musician is something that doesn't happen to us very, very often, you know. So when we get to stay in one place and do all our rehearsals and concerts without having to take, you know, planes and trains and everything, it's really nice. Yeah, and we have a lot of fun there as well. I mean, it's beautiful, and it's nice to be able to go to the pool after rehearsal and have, you know, all this amazing food. I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. We're very privileged, I think, to have that kind of space to make music in.
Yeah. And the last question, you were part of a quartet in France. 2 years ago, you decided to develop your personal projects. How do you feel now, in this moment?
Now, today?
Yeah.
Really happy, really happy. It's not always easy because, you know, I'm 40, and when you're in a string quartet, you don't really exist as yourself. You exist as part of something, and that's great. But when you come out of that, it's like Lydia Shelley who, you know, I was the cellist in the Quatuor Voce, and you know, now I have to kind of carve a path for myself, and it's not easy every day. But I know that artistically and musically, I'm where I need to be today in order to keep going on a path that pushes me, basically. I think it's important to put yourself out of your comfort zone, and I really felt that I needed to do that, and it was a scary thing to do, but I haven't even 1 second regretted it, even in the hardest moments where I've been thinking, you know, how is it going to, because it's something that takes many years to rebuild. You know, I was 18 when I started playing in string quartets, and, you know, I was a baby. And so it's really interesting to come back to my solo repertoire now with 20 years of chamber music baggage and string quartet baggage. You know, string quartet is a very sort of special domain, you know, very, very intellectual, very analytical, very intense. And it's wonderful to be able to apply everything that I learned when I was playing in string quartets to sonata repertoire, trio, cello concertos. You know, it's yeah, it's a great challenge, and I'm really enjoying it. It's exhausting, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I see. Okay, Lydia, thank you very much. Welcome to Mexico.
Thank you. I'm really excited to arrive. Only a few weeks to go.
Bye.
Bye.